When I saw you last night, I came to game on Monday, man, you look good, man.
I appreciate it.
I mean, really, physically.
You know, sometimes you gotta slow down and catch up.
Right. When I came to see you play the other night, I saw that. I saw you free.
I just want to be able to play with that joy, like you said. So I had to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I'm in a good space.
Was it a lot of it around your injury?
Yeah.
Because you had to get rehab and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, a lot was my injury. The game kind of got taken away from me a little bit, but not taken away. But like obviously I couldn't physically go into the summer and be able to do what I like to do,
right.
Right off the bat. But it was good, get time to, sit back, reflect, process things. It was a reset, but I think ultimately what it taught me is to really just fall in love with the process. Every day for me is different. When I was going through my rehab and, still going through it, every day presents its own challenge. But for me, it's, I wake up every day and I love the challenge. I love the process
right.
of, continuing to build brick by brick every day. So, that was a big thing for me. I know where I was when I started this, this rehab process and getting back right, and I know where I am now. I just fall in love with the process and, let the results take me wherever they're gonna take me.
People wonder that aren't athletes don't understand the fact there's a lot of confidence that comes from that.
Yeah.
Just for you to complete that.
Yeah.
Their confidence level, which is inside, it ain't about nobody else, it's just about you, becomes something that's way out front now. You're extremely confident about what, I don't know, maybe it's life even.
Yeah.
It could be that.
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence that comes from it. Just because, like I said, when I start from ground zero and I'm had my surgery and I'm looking at this big cast on my leg,
right.
And then the cast comes off and you go from there to a walking boot with crutches, and then the crutches come off and then the boot comes off, and then I can't even do a calf raise. I gotta get back to that. You know what I mean? So you remember every little intricate part of the process, and you're like, all right, man, I'm a little bit better today than I was yesterday, and that just continued growth. Day by day, you notice those daily wins. It just, builds the confidence in yourself for sure.
So I was reading some stuff about Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Kareem swears by it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the whole thing. And I thought, what was the thing about it? Things should be like water?
Yeah, be like water.
Yeah,
yep.
And that's, I think those things become very important to athletes in terms of not letting other things get in the way. Mm-hmm. You have to be flexible.
My guy, Arnie Cantor, he's in Orlando, so he's taught me some Tai Chi, I think it is, that I've done, and I'm big into the breathing and stuff like that.
Right.
But for me, that's all about just coming back and centering myself, especially being here, in the media capital of the world in New York. A lot of demand.
You gotta let the water really flow.
Yeah, you gotta let the water flow. But I feel like, I just started getting into Bruce this summer. And a lot of it spoke to me because it's a lot of the stuff that I've had to adjust with in my career. I feel like my whole career has been, especially when you have longevity in this game. Yeah. It's about having the ability to adapt, to be flexible, like you said, to be able to adjust. And that's his whole thing, be like water, being able to adapt and adjust to any circumstance. And that's what I pride myself on.
I guess another thing was pretty cool. You had your jersey retired from high school, which is pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
When you sort of look back at that point, it's like, okay, that's a little footprint I left there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Today, from this day forward, no one else will wear number 30 at PCA because we're going to be retiring your uniform today.
I kind of got choked up when I was there. And I think a big reason why was, not necessarily the jersey retirement. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And, you look at the accomplishments in high school, but, when I went out there, it was a surprise event. When I went out there, I see all the people who have been with me on the journey. Whether it's old coaches, old teammates, my mom, my wife. I had my two little ones there. Mentors, all different type of people that have helped me at certain points in the journey. And that's what it was for me. It was like, man, I learned to appreciate the journey. I learned to just appreciate everything that has come along this way, you know, and, you know, I was just super grateful and appreciative of the people that have poured into me, you know, for me to be standing where I am today.
It's wonderful to be able to have that and recognize that in your life, because that's life. Basketball is one thing, but that's life that certainly is involved in everything you do. All the joy that you get from that, all of a sudden that starts to show everywhere, which is success. Big success.
Yeah, that's really what it's about. For me, my biggest, I would say, accomplishment in this game and through my career is being able to share with my boys, my two little ones. The fact that I'm young enough and, you know, had them young enough in my life to be able to, you know, share this journey with them and for them to be able to experience it with me, that's the coolest thing for me.
That's
being
a beautiful
dad.
thing.
Yeah.
That really is a beautiful thing. You also made the comment that you were trying to be the best of yourself. How does that work?
I think it's falling in love with the process. Like I said before, you know, when you're becoming the best version of yourself, you got to be able to love your highs, your lows. You got to be able to love the best things about you, and you got to be able to love the worst things about you. And
that's the water flowing.
That's the water flowing, and that's what I learned a lot, you know, through this rehab process. Is you know, I can love the things that I don't necessarily like about myself, or whatever it is, whatever insecurities that I have, or whatever it is, you know, I learned to love those things.
Julius, I saw that.
Yeah.
When I came to see you play the other night, I saw that. I saw you free.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to see you sometimes you'd be a little
tense,
locked up,
yeah.
little tense, but I saw it in the warm-ups. I watched it when they announced the people to come out, but you just looked like you were in a point of joy.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, what about this? It just was calm.
Yeah.
A calm sort of confidence that was kind of cool.
Yeah. That's just what it's about.
Right.
You know, I'm coming into 10 years in this league. This is my 10th year. And like you say, you know, you have longevity. And, you know, for me, my biggest thing is I just want to be able to play with that joy, like you said.
Right.
Every day, just learn to keep learning things about myself, keep loving myself, because, you know, I can't be the best version of a better husband, a better father, a better teammate, you know, all that if I'm not, you know, loving myself and loving, you know, like I said, the things that I don't like, the things that I do, you know what I mean? So just having that little quiet confidence and, you know, hopefully I'm able to be a better person to others because of that.
Here's another thing. So it's your 10th year. The longer you play, championships become more right on the top because you don't have that much. The longer you play, the more you are adamant about trying to win. You understand what it's like that every year you start from the bottom. And sometimes the team from the bottom and the team at top, the distance is like this. It's not like this, ever. Everybody can play. So it becomes really, really important to be on a team that's trying to win the championship.
Yeah.
I feel that that's what you have now. You guys got a pretty good group together, been around quite a bit, and last year were pretty successful. And you were pretty successful even though you were hurt doing the real part.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, you said a couple things that are important. I think one, for sure, the league is way more balanced. So there's a lot of teams with a shot to win it. You know, it's not coming into the year. I remember early in my year, you come into the year and you're like, all right, man, it's Golden State and it's Cleveland.
Right.
You know, those are the two teams that are really competing for a championship or whatever it is. You know, there's a lot of teams fighting. I think a great thing about our team is we brought a lot of pieces back from last year. You know, so we're able to kind of build off of not just the success that we had, but just build off of the experience. You know, we have confidence in each other. You know, we're a really close team, you know, so we have that relationship where we can hold each other accountable. And I think that's a really important thing. So we got a special group. We know that the closer we are as a team, you know, the more we communicate with each other, and like I said, hold each other accountable, the more success we're gonna have. So, you know, we just gotta keep loving the journey and just take it a day at a time.
Yeah, and it figures the whole group of you guys know how to win now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we got the
know how to
confidence.
win.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got the confidence that, you know, if it get tight late, that we're gonna come out on top.
Randle puts up a three. Randle knocks down the three with 7 tenths of a second remaining.
Finish this statement. This Knicks team is?
This Knicks team is 1. I think we're 1. We're a unit.
All right. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it.
Always good to see you, man.
You too, my man.